Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Belle, Sarah. You can call me the conversationalist. Today, I'm going to be talking about marriage. The same thing I talked about last week. But last week, I was more focused on the culture and traditional aspect of it. This week, I'm going to talk about modern day marriage and how difficult it is for you to find your true love or a partner. But first of all, I'm going to explain this. All this are facts based on what I've gathered from my environment. So it's not a best no knowledge. It's just my opinion. So this generation, I think it's more difficult for us to find our significant other because we know better. I would say we know better because I will use me as an example. I have gotten to a stage where I know what I want. I've dated different. If you guys follow my videos, you will know I don't shy away talking about my past relationships. I've been with people like different ethnicity, background, religion, beliefs, even the ones that don't believe in God. Yeah, and because of that, I've learned a lot of things to understand people and respect people's perspective, opinion towards life. So now marriage these days is, like I said last week, I said a lot of people get married because some of them because of the society, some of them because it's their last resort. Oh, I need someone to take care of me, or some of them because they can't pay rent no more. Because I know at the point in my life, I told myself, oh man, I'm gonna find a man that is gonna pay the rent. I mean, I'm gonna get married so I don't have to pay bills no more. But it was just at that moment. But to be honest, a lot of people live in that area where they feel like they get to a point where let me get married because these people are getting married, and let me be with this person because it's the only one available. Like this generation, a lot of us in this generation, we marry the ones that are available, not the ones that we are into. I've seen a perspective. I've been in situations where I've been like, okay, let me date this person, he's nice to me, I think I can make it work, even when it's past months and I know I don't feel this thing, I don't have these emotions for this person. I keep saying, he's doing these things for me, he's doing the right things, then I should be with him. And I feel because a lot of us live in that era where we feel like we have to pretend to like this person because they do the right things. Like there's a saying that goes, if it's better for you to be with someone who loves you more than you love them. So it's better for the person to love you than you love them. That saying is terrifying. I mean, I feel some of us coexist. I mean, a lot of marriages that we've seen, that we see like, it's picture perfect. This is a picture perfect relationship. I want to be in this relationship. These people are perfect together. There's no perfect relationship. A lot of people are happy in their relationship, yes, because some of them compromise. And actually, I went on a date and I told the person that you can't be forcing an opinion because of the way you were raised. You keep saying this about your parents doing this. This is how your parents do things, and now you're practicing the same thing. I'm like, you have to realize that other people were not raised that way. We were raised differently. That's why we're people. That's why we are our own person. And then you learn to compromise. There's a whole story that's going around out there where they say about Jada Pinkett Smith and the August Asena issue, and people were blasting Pinkett, people were blasting Will Smith, and until they came out and said, at that point of time, they were not together. They were not together. They were separated. They thought they were going to get divorced, and now they're back together. I feel like a lot of people don't know. Sometimes it takes you being apart from the person for you to really know you care about them and love them so much, for you to know that you can't live without them. It takes if it means I keep saying this thing over and over again, you can't base your happiness on somebody. You can't. That's too much baggage, that's too much responsibility. You can't base your happiness on somebody and say, this person has to make me happy. That's not how it works. You have to find your happiness, because you can never get fulfilled. Like there's nothing like being enough. Like the person can never do enough for you, because if you find you're looking for happiness in that person, that in your significant other. You're looking for so much happiness. You haven't found happiness in yourself. You haven't found what you like. Everything you like is based on this person. You build your wall around this person, and when this doesn't work out, you don't even know how to live without a person. It's terrifying, I know, but the fact is, we have to find who we have first before we decide that we want to be with this person. A lot of relationships don't work these days because, yes, maybe we should take a book from the retro marriages to these our millennial marriages. We should take a book from the retro marriage where people tend to maintain. It's going to be compromised. You can't be in a relationship for 10 years straight and expect to be all lovey the whole 10 years. No, it's not possible. It's like the Nigerian lights. If some of you that are not Nigerians, the Nigerian light means the light goes off and on, like it's never stable. Yes, sometimes when you fall out of love for this person, and sometimes when you fall in love for this person, but they have to be balanced. You have to realize that you have to be your own person. You can't revolve your life around that person. A lot of us, we didn't get married because we love the person. We married, a lot of people married, and I'll say we because I've never been married, sorry, I keep saying we. A lot of people married who was available at that moment, not who they were in love with. They wake up, I've heard story, I've seen people tell me that, I was with him, I married him because at that time he had so much, he could take care of me. At that time he was the one who was coming, so I had to marry him. I fell in love with him while in the marriage. But that worked for you doesn't mean it will work for the other person. For in this my generation, what I will advise is that we have to learn that what will work for Mr. A won't work for Mr. B. We have to learn that you can't use a TV man of a refrigerator. It doesn't work that way. You have to learn new things. I'm okay. We are going to the country, and I know my spouse is not comfortable in this group. Then I don't think we should go. I said, baby, you know what? That's fine. Let's stay back home. You get learn to compromise. I'm not saying you should dim your life for nobody, but let's learn to compromise. And then again, be open to sexuality. And while we keep saying that sex is not a big deal in a relationship, to be honest, it's a big deal. It's a deal breaker. To be honest, you don't want to you don't want to spend the rest of your life in a marriage that you are not having so much pleasure in. That is important. I know you guys are not open to this, but sex is really important. It's important to me, to be honest. In this generation, it's important. You have to, not the one you say, oh, I'm a man, I can't give head, I can't. But you can't say you can't give it, but you like to be saved. See, there are two people in this world. There are the receivers. I'm talking about sexually. There are two people in this world sexually. They're the receivers, three set of group. They have the receivers, and then the givers, and they have the ones who gives and take. You get, excuse me, I have to drink water. Yeah, so I was saying, we have the receivers and the givers. What people don't get about the sex part of relationship is penetration is just for a few minutes. I mean, we're not punters. We're not going to be having penetration for 2-3 hours straight. We are not going for the Olympics. There's no competition that is labeled sex competition in the Olympics. So we're not doing that way. So you have to learn how to please somebody. You have to learn how to please your partner. You have to learn new skills. Snake in the monkey shadow, you have to do it. You have to learn new skills. You have to realize that don't be selfish. You have to realize what this person likes. Some people will say, I don't like romance. That's because they never had it before and they've never tried. You have to try new skills. You have to learn the foreplay. You have to learn romance. Try to spice this up. If you literally have to create another scenario, like another person that you have to pretend to be, today I'm going to be a nurse and it's going to be a doctor. Do that. To spice things up. The sex is important. I don't know if the size of the winky matter, but for me it doesn't matter as long as we have so much foreplay in it and we make effort to like spice it because I like it and I really want my partner to do that. But To be honest, I can't go into details. That will be a topic for another day. But the sex is important. You have to spice it up. If you have to meet a sex therapy, you have to do that. Do that. Yeah. And listen. Learn to listen. Two people can be shouting. Forget the fact that they say two captains cannot be in the same boat. Two captains can be in the same boat if they agree. Two people can be shouting. You can't be angry. To raising your voice. How's the person going to hear you? How are you guys going to hear each other? You have to learn to listen. Listen to understand, not listen to just hear. You know, some people will just listen because in their head they're like, let this person finish talking. This nonsense and go. Because if you don't listen to understand, you keep repeating the same mistake over and over again. You end up being in a relationship that at the end of the day, when the relationship ends and you sit down and ask yourself, how did this end? I can't even explain. We have to learn to compromise. We have to learn to listen to understand. We have to learn to respect each other and know what we like about each other. That's the most important thing. Listen, not listen to understand. Not listen to hear. Just listen to understand. Not listen because you want the person to shut up, but listen to understand. And I think the sex, we're gonna talk about it in my next topic, if you guys are in for it. But yeah, that's what I have to say, is that the modern day relationship is difficult to find love. The street is hard and hard. The other day I was going on a date and Val was shouting, God of the 11th hour. I don't know what that means, but I think people have actually given up on me. And even when I came back for the date, I can't even complain and say this went wrong, because I have, even if it went wrong, I can't say it. I have to put it in my head, and like, if I say it now, they're gonna say I'm the problem, because I always come home with the complaints. I have to put it in my head, you know. Since they've already told me God of the 11th hour, I still don't know what that means. But yeah, to find love in the street is very hard, and when you find one, try to hold it and make it work and spice this up. Don't be boring and say, oh, nigga wants to try, want to wear heels. Let nigga wear heels. Nigga want to tie you as a rope in the hanging fan. Let nigga do that. You want nigga to strip for you. Let nigga strip for you. Strip for the girl. You have to wear a tongue as a man. Do it for your lady. Spice things up. Because as we are here now, I don't think we've met somebody that can even please us. But if you are open to that kind of thing, and you know you want to keep that relationship, be open to it. If boo want this, you have to learn to compromise and do that thing. You get? But that's the basic. But to be honest, sex is important in a relationship. It's really important, to be honest. Don't be going to the ass and just be doing missionary straight. You get? But that's it for today. Have a nice day. Please subscribe, like, drop a comment, and follow me on Instagram _Belle.